Why is it all on the screen? Sorry, the screen looks fuzzy for some reason. Oh well, I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, hello people, how's it going? I'm not sure why the screen is all fuzzy. At least it seems fuzzy on my end anyway. Um, I am thinking about doing. This will probably be a very short one, maybe. I am thinking about doing a creative writing something teaching because about three things I can teach. I'm pretty sure I'm good at is creative writing, theology, and history. So I'm thinking about doing a creative writing bunch of series. Just talk about writing, talk about books, talk about how I view writing of books or writing stories. It's a work in progress, just like a lot of other things, but it's a work in progress. And that fuzziness on the screen is going to drive me crazy because I'm not sure where it's coming from. Oh, that's strange. You know what? I think it's on the it's on the screen. I'll have to clean the I'm just gonna have to clean the screen. That's what it is. It's on the screen. I'm an idiot. What do you want from me? I need a haircut. Anyway, I'm creative writing introduction part one. I'm going to talk about writing. I'm going to try to have an idea why I write what I write, what I like to write about, why I like to write about it. Probably my philosophy on writing, some ideas, so on and so forth. Um, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to create outlets so I can, this YouTube thing. I like doing it, but I don't do it enough. I really don't, and it's frustrating. I mean, granted, I am busy, but at the same time, I'm also procrastinating, and that's even worse. Root beer. But anyway, that's an idea. I'm gonna try to talk about my writing, other people's writing. It's gonna be. It's a work in progress, like all the other things I keep saying. It's a work in progress. Um, I just think it might be fun, might be interesting. It might get me to stop procrastinating so much about using YouTube. I mean, granted, I wish people would respond more to these things, at least give me some feedback, but I can't make people give me feedback as much as I'd like to. I told you this could be a very short video. So this is not the, I know I put up the thing saying creative writing introduction, but I changed my mind while I was doing it. That fuzziness is going to drive me crazy, people. I'm sorry. But anyway, I think what I'll do, and I am going to do my Bible study. I'm going to probably try to do it every Sunday. That's my day off. That's usually the best time to do it. I have all day to do things, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to try to get to doing that. I meant to do it last Sunday, and I didn't feel prepared. I didn't feel ready for it yet. So that's partly what I'm planning. I have a lot of plans, a lot of ideas. I just have to find time. I mean, that is part of the problem. This is just procrastination. It is finding the amount of time to do it, free time to do it within a certain time frame. Work does take it out of me a lot. A lot of times I'm just too tired. Even to just sit here and talk, I'm too tired. But and it is that time of year. It's going to get busy. But the idea is to talk about writing, the creative process, what I like to write about, what I don't like to write about, the books I like, the books I don't like. I'm going to keep this real short only because that is just. I had planned on something, but I'm preoccupied right now. I probably shouldn't have done this video, but I wanted to do something to at least get it out there. But I think what I'm going to do is do this creative writing video. I'm going to do a historical creative video, and I'm going to try to do a theological one. The Gospel of Mark one will be that. I will do that. I'm going to try to start doing it on Sundays. I'm going to try to get my lazy butt and get out there and do it. Part of it is laziness or procrastination. I just convinced myself that what's the point? I get frustrated with that because I don't like that. I like the idea of teaching, but I also like the idea of that give and take, that back and forth kind of interactions that which YouTube doesn't really give me unless I let people know it's a live video, which is partly my fault. It is my fault because if I don't tell people I'm on live, they're not going to respond to anything. It's not their fault. But those are the top 3 things I think I'm going to try to create a video series of: creative writing, theology / the Bible / whatever else I can think of, spirituality, and history. Those are the top 3 things I'm pretty sure I could teach and not bore people too much. Let's see. We're almost at 6 minutes already. It's not a very long video. I want to stretch it to 10 minutes, but I don't want to bore people. I don't want to bore myself, and good grief, my hair's getting long. I don't like long hair people. I really don't. I don't like it sticks out, but I can live with the Beethoven look on occasion. I did do some writing today on my commentary on history, why it's important to study history. I just got done well, I'm still in the process. I'm comparing Napoleon to Mary Anning. I'm contrasting. That's the idea, is the contrast. This is something I would discuss on the history part of my YouTube channel once I get to that part. But it's going well. It's just going slow. I spent so much time thinking about who I wanted to contrast, and Mary Anning came into my head today. If you don't know who Mary Anning is, well, look her up. But I know it's kind of odd to contrast Napoleon and Mary Anning, but that is kind of the point of my article I'm writing, is that Napoleon sort of represents the major players in history, and Anning represents the minor. And my point is there really aren't any major or minor players. There's just people in their own lives who are the major players in their own lives, and everyone else around them is minor. That's just how it works. But that also works in writing too. But I am hoping. Excuse me. No one's here right now. I'm falling asleep. Work is very busy, and when I get home, I'm tired. There's some days that I am literally exhausted. I mean, I am 58 years old, people, and I'm not. I'm at 58. I get tired, but I think a creative writing thing would be good. I think a history thing would be good, and a theology or Bible, or it would be good. I think those 3 topics, I think, would be good to do something with. I think I still gotta review all the books I bought. the pile keeps getting bigger and bigger every time I say that. Yeah, there's quite a number of books. I thought about skipping it, but I kind of like that because it gives me a chance to talk about the books and talk about the different subjects and authors and so on and so forth. But yes, I am prolonging this to 10 minutes. I am hoping that this commentary on history that I'm doing right now will be done. Here's me by the end of next week. Sitting here for a while, I get tired. I'm hoping to. I'm at 2,000 words at the moment. I usually don't feel comfortable with anything I've written unless it's over 3,000. Minimum of 3,000. At least minimum of 3,000 words. My very early stuff was under 1,000, which is kind of depressing. Now I can't do anything unless it's over 4,000 or 3,000. But I'm hoping to have that done by next week. It should be done by next week. It's really not a whole lot left. I've thought about adding different contrasting histories to write about, but I kind of like Napoleon and Anning. as contrasting what I'm trying to say. I might just use them as my examples and not create any others. I wanted to create others, but sometimes I think it gets a little too wordy, and I don't want it to get wordy, and I don't want to bore people. But as for creative writing, I did finish my last ghost story. I posted it last week. I'm working on still other stories, non-ghost stories and normal stories. I'm still trying to get through my plays. I'm trying to post those from my blog on my Facebook, on the flash drives onto the blog site. My problem is that I put way too many projects. I have way too many projects that I'm doing at one time. I mean, I'm overwhelming myself, but at the same time, I'm quite certain I can get it all done, or at least a good percentage of it all done. Is that my head or is that the camera? Sometimes I think that hat is not doing me any good. Sorry, my hair is distracting me because I look like I put my finger in a light socket. It's snowing outside, by the way. It was anyway, when I walked in. It was raining this morning. The other reason I want to do the book review thing is it'll also tie into the creative writing, the theology thing, and the history thing, of course. But I like books, people. I'm sorry. I love books. I have loved books since I don't know when. It's an obsession. What are you gonna do? Let's see. Already at the 12 minutes already. Anyway, I actually didn't think it would be this long, but that's okay. Better longer than shorter. Let's see. How's something else gonna say? Probably not. Anyway, I do like listening to books on tape when I'm writing sometimes. I was listening to Julius Caesar by Shakespeare. Shakespeare, Julius Caesar sort of almost dies in the middle of his own play, or gets killed, I should say. So it's, I don't know. I like Shakespeare. I originally didn't like Shakespeare. It took me a while to like Shakespeare. Believe it or not, I was not a Shakespeare fan in the beginning. I like Eugene O'Neill. I like Henrik Ibsen. I like Strindberg. Sam Shepard. I like them. It took a while for me to like Shakespeare for some reason. And it wasn't the language. It was just, I just wasn't interested. It was silly, but I wasn't interested. So yeah. I need to find some books on poets. I used to have one on Robert Burns, and I can't find it. Hopefully I'll find it somewhere else. I like Robert Burns. It was interesting. Let's see. All right, I'm going to end this now. I will do part 1 of the creative writing introduction probably tomorrow, maybe, once I figure out that I was going to do that, and as I was thinking about it, I think no, I'm not ready for that yet. That's something's missing. I think that's something missing, and I don't want to bore people, and I don't want to bore myself. Writing can be boring, believe me. I've had history teachers who were boring, who made history boring. And believe me, it was boring. I didn't think it was possible to make history boring, but he did it. And I had a writing teacher who was way too much in love with the process of writing and not actually writing anything. Grammar is fine, and all that other stuff is fine. But when you get bogged down with the process of writing instead of actually just writing, you're going to lose me. And she lost me real fast. It was a fun class, but she also would lose me a lot of times. That's where I ran into Raymond Carver, who became another writer I like. I like Raymond Carver. I like his stories. Let's see. Here's me again. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna end this video. It's at 15 minutes now. I'm done with my ramblings for now. Hopefully, I will have a more coherent creative writing introduction part 1 tomorrow. And hopefully on Sunday, I'll do the Bible study on Mark. I have to figure out what to do for the history one, though. Maybe the Battle of Chattanooga, because that is coming up pretty soon. All right. See you later, people. Behave yourselves, because you know I'm not going to. Later. Have a good day. It's nice and cold outside.